Back to a new episode. Speak Jimin, there is no point in being silent after what you just said. Namjoon asked calmly. Namjoon, Jin and Hobie, Jimin along with Jungkook sitting around a table at the coffee shop in front of the hospital. Jimin sat in the chair beside Hobie, knees bouncing, showing his nervousness. He put his hands on the table, linking his fingers to avoid them trembling. Hobie placed his hand on Jimin's knees under the table and Jimin glared at him. In response, Obi quickly took his hand back. By the result of that deadly look for Jimin, Jimin took a deep breath, looking up from his second hand. He is my younger sibling. He is a twin sister too, Jimin said, bringing out his phone from his pocket. He opened his gallery and saw them a picture of a girl who exactly looked like Taehyung, a girl version of Taehyung, his twin sister. I was 5 years old when these twins born, Jimin said, and he passed his phone to the guys in the table. Wait, are you saying I don't understand a thing? Jin asked confusedly. My parents used to live in Busan. I was maybe 5 years old when my mom gave birth to twins, Tete and his sister Ishul. They both look alike. Tete was my 1 year old when someone gang took him away from us to sell. My parents were searching for Tete when an attack happened in the city and we have to leave the city. Author's POV. Long story short, a small gang took little Tete from his family to sell him to a businessman who needs a child, but her wife can't get pregnant. But in attack, the family died, and soon Hoon took Tete with him. Hoon get all information about the Tete from the hospital as he was a powerful man, so it was all so easy for him. But Hoon loved the kid and didn't want to let him go, so Hoon adopted Tete as his son, and this is how Tete Thang started living with Hoon in Seoul. Everyone went silent for a minute before Jimin said again, I saw Tete in Seoul 2 years back, Jimin said, looking at his lap. No one said anything, so he continued, I was at Seoul for my job. When I saw Tete in a bookshop, I instantly recognized him. You know, he looks exactly like Seoul, his twin sister, Jimin said, looking up from his lap. His eyes filled with tears. I don't know how to approach Tae. I just can't go tell him that he is my brother and all. I learned he was living with a woman Tae in Seoul from a long age. He remember. I also got to know that Tae was dead. I don't know how to approach Tae. He always kept to himself. He never used to talk with people, Jimin sighed. After a few months in Seoul, I learned that they study medicine in your uni. I followed him here. I applied for a job at your company to get high pay to help. They rented a condo beside the one Tete is living abroad. I thought it is best to start approaching Tete like a neighbor. I thought I could tell him everything after we got close to him. Jimin laughed at himself for his stupidity. I even thought I could bring Tete to the Daegu where my parents live now. Show him that he had a perfect family who loves him. Mom, dad, a big brother and a twin sister, but Jimin said, rubbing his face with his palm. You can still take Taehyung with you to meet your family, Jungkook said, making everyone in the table look at him. Really? Jimin asked. He never thought the mafia boss would let someone take his lover away from him. You can take your brother home. His home, Jungkook said, surprising everyone. Jungkook, what are you talking? Are you leaving him just like that? Jin asked, disappointed at Jungkook's word. You should never leave your loved one. You should fight for them. Yeah, I'm letting Tae go to his family, but he will come back to Seoul again. This time he will not be my lover. He will be my husband, Jungkook said, making Jin grin. And Namjoon surprised. Hobi looked at Jungkook, nodded his head, telling him that Jungkook is did great. You want to marry Tae? Jimin asked. I'm going to marry him sooner or later, but I think it's best time to marry him. It would be a happy thing that happens after all the drama to my baby's life. Thank you, Mafia boss. Thank you so much. I will go call my mom. They will be happy to know it, Jimin said, smiling happily. It looks like he was about to cry from happiness. I'm looking forward to meet my in-laws too. Jungkook said with a grin smile. Jimin thanked again and stood up from his seat so he could walk away to call his mom. But before Jimin could walk away, Hobie catch his hand. Jimin's smile dropped and he replaced with a frown as he realized Hobie catch his hand. I'm sorry, Hobie apologized for accusing Jimin just now. Jimin snatched his hand from Hobie angrily and was about to walk away. Jimin, Namjoon called him. Jimin turned around to Namjoon saw. Jimin asked, this idiot here is like my son too. You know all me, Appa Joon like him. Namjoon said, standing up from his seat, walking to Jimin. I know you are angry, but I advise you to sit and talk with this idiotic son of mine. He always hurt his lover. He also hurt Yoongi, but he has a good heart. Namjoon said, pointing at Hobie, who is looking at the ground with guilt. You better apologize him properly, Hobie. I don't want my son to break his lover's heart. Okay? Namjoon asked like a strict parent, for which Hobie nodded. Okay then, we leave you alone. Namjoon said, gesturing Jin and Jungkook to come with him. Like that, Namjoon along with Jungkook walk out of the coffee shop. They all walk back to the hospital to check on Taehyung. Namjoon and Jin stay for a while in the hospital room where Taehyung is sleeping. How did the fire started actually? Jin asked suspiciously, walking out of the hospital room followed by Namjoon and Jungkook. We forget to switch off the stove and the last floor doesn't have the fire alarm, something like they built that two condos in the last floor a few years later than the actual building. Jungkook explained the details he got from the police. What about that kid? What does he gonna discharge from the hospital? Namjoon asked, and they were standing in the empty hallway in front of the Taehyung's hospital room. The doctor said he needs to stay a night here. I will stay with Taehyung here tonight. Jungkook informed and Namjoon nodded. Bring him to the mansion after his discharge. Ask him to bring his family to the mansion. I think it's good if they stay with us for a while before taking Taehyung to them. Namjoon said, okay dad. Namjoon smiled and patted Jungkook's shoulder. Dad. Jungkook called before Namjoon started walking again. About marriage, Jungkook started looking at Namjoon and Jin, who stood in front of him. Dad, Emma, I want to marry Taehyung. I want him to be my husband. Jungkook asked, more like he is asking their permission for marriage. I believe in your decision, son. Namjoon nodded with a smile and gave Jungkook a side hug. Whoa, my baby Cookie is getting married, Jane exclaimed, joining them in a family hug. Baby, Jungkook clenched, hearing Jane calling him baby. Jane never called him his baby. Jungkook could help but glance at that, but his smile turned into a frown when Jane said again, of course, baby, your dad here is my husband, then you will be my baby Cookie. Of course, Jane laughed. You stop teasing me, Imagine. Jungkook winced like a kid. Namjoon sighed at Jungkook's reaction. I'm so happy. I can't wait to see my son getting married and bringing a son-in-law into our family. And of course, some little grandkids too, Jin said excitedly, pulling back from the hug. I think you said you are too young to be a grandpa, Namjoon said, teasing. I don't. I changed my mind. I want to be a youngest grandpa, Jin said, smiling happily. Namjoon rolled his eyes at his husband. You have to take care of that kid and take care of yourself too, Namjoon said, patting Jungkook's shoulder. We got a good son. Good luck talking all those things to your soon-to-be husband, Jin said with a wink, dragging Namjoon with him. After 2 weeks, rang my boss. A voice said from the other side. Someone came. They took Sir Taehoong with them. They sat on me, on my leg. They took him. My boss, I'm sorry, I couldn't save him. The voice said, like he was in a deep pain. What the heck? Jungkook yelled. Before Jungkook could respond to the person, the door of the cabin burst open, relieving Namjoon. He is breathing heavily like he just ran a mile. Namjoon stood there holding the door, catching his breath. That Pasha Hoon, he is alive, he took Taehoong. That freak Pasha called me himself. He will be dead for real this time, Namjoon said, spit angrily, making Jungkook flashback. Jungkook's POV. Baby, here I offered a glass of water to Taehoong, who just woke up, still sitting on the hospital bed and with his back leaning to the white wall. How are you feeling? I asked by sitting beside him to the bed, took his hand to mine. Fine, he said, smiled. I was so worried. I hugged him tightly. Jungkook, you are crushing me, he said, giggling. I pulled back, staring into his eyes. Hey, I'm really fine, he said, rubbing his nose into mine. I smiled, made with my lips and dropped it when I remember I had a lot of things to say to him. He was already suggested by all the past he learned about. I don't know how to. He will take this new information. What's happening with you? Taehoong asked, flicking forehead. Nothing, I said with a smile. Should I tell Taehoong now or should I tell him later? Okay, now I know something is up. Speak, Taehoong said, muttered of factor by leaning back to the wall. Baby, I said, looking around the room. Jungkook, they called me, looking at him. Look here and speak, he said, pointing at his finger to his eyes. I got up and quickly grabbed his both hands and to tell him before I changed my mind, please don't freak out. I told him quickly. What? I did not give Tae a chance to speak. As you know, you are not my cousin. What? He about to open his mouth again, but I quickly cut his words with mine. Don't freak out. Your real parents. What the? Don't freak out yet, I said before they could complete his sentence. Jimin is your biological brother, not yet. I won't and continue. You have a twin sister. Don't freak, okay? You still have your real family, not yet. They live in the city, Dago. I took a deep breath before nodding. You can now, I told Tae, trying to remember if I forget to tell him anything more. When I realized I did not miss anything, I nodded again, looking at him. That's all you can. This time Tae is the one who did not give me a chance to complete the sentence. What the heck actually happening in my life? Oh, Tae shouted. After 10 days of his POV, don't you think it's too much? Taehyung asked by crossing his hand in front of his chest in fake annoyance. Not at all, Jungkook said, actually pushing the shopping cart, which was filled with different types of sweets and snacks. Oh, here it is. Jungkook grabbed a packet of strawberry kisses and placed into the cart and started walking again to find more sweets. Jungkook, that's enough, Taehyung said, huffing irritatedly, placing a hand on the cart to stop it from moving. Why, baby? Do you want me to go some other store? Jungkook asked, eyes roaming around the rack filled with different food items. No, I don't want to eat sweets anymore, Taehyung said, making Jungkook look at him. Baby, but you said you wanted to eat some sweets. Jungkook asked, I did not say I want to eat all the sweets in the world. I said I will take a walk to the nearby store to buy some sweets, Taehyung said, rubbing his temper. I think it's the same thing. You want to eat sweets and I am here to buy to some, maybe a lot. Jungkook said innocently. Stop it, Jungkook. It's not funny anymore. You are not letting me step out of the mansion from the day I stepped out of the hospital. Things shouted, annoyed. First of all, it's not mine, it's our mansion, and about not letting you go outside, I never really stopped you from going outside. I'm just not letting you go all alone. Jungkook cleared and started walking again. This is way too much, Jungkook. I can't even take a little walk alone without lying about going to the supermarket to buy some stupid sweets. Taehyung yelled angrily. Jungkook sighed and walked to Taehyung without saying a word. Next second, Jungkook's lips on Taehyung's with a sweet kiss. Taehyung closed his eyes, melting into the kiss. By the second he felt Jungkook's lips, he opened his mouth slightly, asking Jungkook to dip in the case. Instead of doing what Taehyung asking for, Jungkook pulled back from the case with a smirk. Let's take a walk then, Jungkook said with a wink, walking away to the counter by grabbing a handful of sweets from the cart. Taehyung followed him with a pout and a frown. Soon they are walking in the main street, holding hands, watching the Christmas street decoration. It was around 8 o'clock in the evening. The sky turned dark long back, but the street is shining with golden lights. Taehyung is looking around with awe. He is shivering by the winter night breeze, but he is so excited to walk around the bit. Look who planned to take a walk around without a coat in the winter night, Jungkook said in a tone filled with sarcasm while taking off his coat. No way, I am taking your coat and watch you walk shivering, Taehyung said, putting a hand on Jungkook's coat close to turn away, walking. No way, I am letting you walk around without a coat, Jungkook said in a tone that he is not changing his mind. Jungkook was about to take off his coat, but Taehyung turned around, not hugged him, chest to chest, hands linked around Jungkook's neck and few inches between their face. Jungkook pulled the jacket over Taehyung's body as he is standing so close to him. How about you carry me like that? Taehyung said in a naughty tone, with his lips an inches away from Jungkook. Jungkook's lips stretch into a smirk. He places his hand on Taehyung's hips, pulling him towards. Are you sure? Because I don't think twice to carry you around the street. Jungkook winked, speaking in a low voice. Taehyung stood in a tiptoe to look around the street from above Jungkook's shoulder. He sighed when he saw some people are walking around, not many, but still enough to make him quite what he was planning. But his eyes light up when he saw a clothing store within 5 blocks away. Jungkook raised an eyebrow when Taehyung, how about you buy me a new coat, my sugar cookie? Taehyung whispered with the naughty voice, touching Jungkook's bottom lip lightly. Jungkook's eyes turned dark with desire and grip on his waist became wanted, but by the little act he pulled. Taehyung pulled back, patting Jungkook's chest with a knowing smirk. Selby? Taehyung asked, pointing to the store, and he started walking towards with a smile playing on his lips. You are playing with fire, baby, Jungkook whispered as he reached beside Taehyung. Taehyung grabbed his shoulder as a reply. It's so cool. A little fire will be helpful, Taehyung said, biting his lips. His expression changed into an innocent one as they opened the store door. After a while, Taehyung put the bag in the back seat and stretched his hand with Jungkook's credit card towards Jungkook. Keep it, baby, Jungkook said, starting the engine. Why? No, Taehyung said dismissively. Why do you mean by why? I'm your sugar cookie, remember? Jungkook said, wiggling his eyebrows suggestively. Taehyung blushed at that comment and turned away to the other side of the window. Do you have to make me blush? Taehyung mumbled under his breath as he heard Jungkook lunge from beside. The car stopped slowly, making Taehyung look at Jungkook confusedly. Jungkook undid his seatbelt without a word and leaned forward and to kiss Taehyung's cheek. Immediately, Taehyung gave in to the kiss, immediately wrapping his arm around Jungkook's torso. Soon the kiss turned into passionate. Filled with desire, Jungkook's hand made his way into Taehyung's shorts and Taehyung couldn't catch it before Jungkook touched him. Not there. Not here, Taehyung said, trying to move back, but Jungkook catch his face and pull him near his body, kissing his neck. It's an empty road, Jungkook said between his kiss. Taehyung cried as Jungkook marked his neck, and they lost it all. They did it in the car shook with the activity they are performing inside it. To be continued. For me, how was the episode? See you tomorrow with the next episode. I hope you will love it. I know you are stuck with the thoughts that what happened to Taehyung, but don't worry. No, it's gonna hurt Taehyung as Jungkook is with him. So be happy and healthy and keep waiting for the next episode. Till then, take care, safe. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.